Welcome back to Medieval 2 Total War England campaign, episode the 58th with me, Squawker. And when we left off, we had got our ass handed to us by the Mongolians again. We are not doing well. A lot of land's being lost, but we're trying to cope as well as we can. We're also trying to get more armies to crusade. We've already got one army on the way. We've just set sail from this area, whatever you want to call this town, Zombol or something, or Ragusa. Yeah, we'll go to Ragusa or Zagreb. Ragusa or Zagreb. I think this is Ragusa. Basically, we're setting sail and we're just trying to get some fleets down to try and hit the Mongolians at Antioch, which is our crusade target. But I want to try and take out Accra before they start using that for military recruitment. Poland also tried to join the crusade, but for some reason there was a miscommunication and they think the Crusaders against me because the Polish are stupid. So we've got an army incoming to Breslau, which we're going to need to deflect. And also the French. The French are just about gone. Like, legit, I think we're probably going to take them out this turn. And I think that's going to be our big aim for today. We're going to have a nice session of killing French people, because this is probably going to be the last time I get to do that, which is a pleasure which I'm going to miss, but it's one that needs to be removed because I've got other shit to do now. Also, the French just seem to have too many fucking priests. What's with all the fucking priests? Anyway, the King of France, I don't know where he is, unless it's King Christoffel, but apparently he's not. The King of France, as far as I'm concerned, is nowhere. He's AWOL. He's absent without leave, unless he's one of the mystery units in here, which it probably is. So I think I'd rather leave the king till later. But then again, dealing with Toulouse is probably going to be a harder battle with Captain Aubert, who's probably going to join us. So we may as well go for the easier battle first, then build our way up to the harder battles. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do with Marseille first, then Toulouse, then we'll get these armies quickly rested, and then heading for the Middle East to try and beat up Mongolians for me. I noticed that there's some Imperials shuffling around as well, so we're going to keep our eye on them. And to be honest, I think I'm going to move to quash them once and for all as well. They're a pretty weak faction now, so I think we may as well just deliver the killing blow. But yeah, apart from that, we are just going to jump straight on with it. We have a lot of money to spend as well, but since we're going to take two cities, we may as well just build up these funds first and then spend them. So let's just start off with Roger Webb.
Hail, my king!
So we're bringing a pretty strong infantry army, not a lot of artillery. It's pretty much just all infantry, but there's so few units in Marseille, we should win regardless.
By your will, sire, we shall engage.
Except we can't attack because we actually have a turn left before we can attack. So we actually are just going to have to wait this one out. So yeah, I like talking out my bum a lot. So hold that siege and we'll wait for the next turn.
We shall prevail,
which means in fact we're going to deal with this town now. We have enough catapults to easily squash Toulouse, which is the stronghold of the French. So we're just going to go for the crushing now and probably get fortified before Christoffel turns up to be annoying. We can't move anywhere else, so dealing with Captain Aubert is a inevitability. So what?
Begone! You are not my liege.
I'm not his liege, but I don't know what he has. Either way, I have a pretty all-rounder army that is, it's not doing too great on cavalry, but we might be able to get away with it. So we should be all right. So we're just going to move in, and we're going to try and take Toulouse now.
Marching to war. Laying siege, sire.
So we could just lay siege to the town, but since I have more than enough artillery, we're just going to go right in for it now. So Prince Demisha and Captain Albert will be defending the town against Captain Harry, who has 2,000 men at his command. We may near enough have double the men the French have. Captain Demisha is with his own general's bodyguard, which will be quite tough to take down, but I brought plenty of gold armoured spear militia, or levy spears, who should be able to bring him down with enough time. As do dismounted feudal knights. Yeah, they're just here. Captain Aubert, on the other hand, he has a okay army. He's bringing along quite a few dismounted feudal knights, a couple of armoured sergeants, sergeant spears. His toughest unit will be Captain Albert himself. I do apologise for the yawning, by the way. I have had a very long day, but I don't have that much time to record shit anymore. Is the feudal knights led by Captain Albert. He should be quite he's going to be tough to bring down. It's basically the equivalent of a normal general's bodyguard, but he's got a lot of numbers. So our spearmen are really going to be in demand today, but that infantry should be able to be brought down by my infantry, who have upgraded weapons, and also by my longbowmen, who should be able to just shaft them. So, that being considered, we should probably have this guy rocking up on our east, so, or actually on our west. So we're going to try and deal with him before he gets into a city. That can be the best case scenario. And I think I can probably pull one onager away to just mash his troops and let the other two work on the walls. Either way, let's just jump right in and take down Toulouse and bring the French to the point of no return.
Give them no quarter this day, men. Take up arms and take...
No one conquers who doesn't fight. Okay, let's just get right on with this battle today. So, welcome to Toulouse, one of the only, it's actually the only castle the French have left. And now it stands ready to be taken. Now, there should be a large French army coming from this corner of the map, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to deal with them first, and then we're going to deal with the walls. So I'm just pulling all my troops back while we make our plan. So 2 of the catapults will be positioned to have the primary focus of just wiping out the walls and getting ourselves in. I think what we'll do is we'll do what we did last time. We'll bust in this way, bust that wall down, and then Bob's your uncle, we're in the city. So we'll get these 2 positioned here, and they just have a simple task of just battering the wall down. Now, in order to deal with the army, who I predict will be coming on the west flank, which is where the road is, because that's what I read on the campaign map, but watch as I just put it all back to front now. He's going to be our primary target, so we're basically going to erect a defence to prevent him from getting in my way effectively. So we're going to put down a long line of longbows and get them to stake it up a little bit. Are you guys... Yeah, why can't you... I guess these guys have something in the way that's preventing them from planting stakes. I honestly don't know what is in the way to stop you from planting stakes. I'm guessing you're just being lazy. Yeah. These ones these ones just can't be bothered with stakes because they're special. Alright, go on this side then if you want to plant stakes there. But yeah, we've got a nice long line of longbows, and I've got plenty of stakes to slow down the enemy cavalry should they attempt to interfere with ourselves. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten our formations to be more compliant to our stake positions, like so, and then we'll fill the gaps in with spears. So we'll just go like this, and then like this. We won't bother with fire ammunition because the longbow's regular ammunition should be good enough to bring them all down. Let's get you fellas grouped up. And then basically in the gaps we're gonna have spears and more spears and more spears, just because that enemy cavalry is probably gonna try and charge us down. So this will make sure we can deflect them immediately. So there we go. I guess our really big risk is we are effectively putting our backs to the city, but it's highly unlikely that the enemy is going to sally forth today. We'll have a line of our dismounted feudals here, by the way, so let's just get them here. Dismounted English, I'm going to keep them in the back. Can I hide them actually? I don't think they can hide, or is there enough trees to consider this to be a hiding spot. So you know what, I'm going to leave the dismounted English to guard the artillery, because you never know who might try and interfere with your artillery. So I'm going to pop them there. I'm going to pop them a little ways back as well, just because I know it might slow down the response times, but at the same time I just don't want them just to stand around and just get shot at. Since we don't have shields, it might complicate issues. Billmen, they can also look after the artillery just in case. But the English knights should be more than capable of just hewing down whatever's thrown at us, but the billmen are just there as backup in case the enemy prince does decide that he wants to join the bash. Outstanding dismounted feudal knights, you can join the group. I didn't mean to leave you out, I just ignored you because my UI is a bit trashy right now. So you lot will just go there and hold your ground. Artillery, I'm gonna pop it quite close to the front. Just pop it there. I'm going to let it do flaming munitions, and this is going to be so disappointing when the enemy army inevitably turns up on the wrong side of the map, isn't it? But you heard it here first, kids. Got got one extra unit of spears as well, so I'm just going to pop them on this flank for just in case. And yeah, that's everyone lined up there. So we've got a pretty steady plan. Knights, by the way, you can go here and try and chase stuff down. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put the knights here. I know this means I'm going to basically just get rid of my cameras, but I'm going to keep the knights here just in case the enemy does spawn the other way around. And then I'm going to use him just... I mean, I won't be able to bring anything down, but I can probably do some light harassment of their weaker troops. Either way, that's our plan put together. We have an army that is just going to stop the reinforcements, and then we'll just take the city, which is vulnerable and has little to no garrison in there. So we've got a strong front line of longbowmen who should be able to batter down the enemy first. Mistakes will slow down anything that tries to charge us, and hopefully kill off the feudal cavalry if they try to get into us. We've got spears guarding the gaps, who they will take the front line once we fall back. And then we've just got the heavier stuff in the back for when we need it, because we probably will. Either way, I think this is actually a pretty neat formation, if I do say so myself. But it all really now relies on my geography being good and me correctly predicting that the enemy was going to spawn here. I really do fucking hope I'm right, but somehow I think I'm wrong, because I just know, like, sometimes luck doesn't work for me. Alright, do it.
The enemy are bringing
Fuck
in
me!
reinforcements.
I was sure I got it right, but I guess I didn't right. Fuck me, right. Artillery, let's just get this one over and done with. Get there and do it, right. Cavalry will try and do some harassment. Longbows, well, we have a long walk ahead of us, but we do have the advantage in that we still have the only gate being here, so probably are still going to have to contest the enemy army's entryway to the city. So if we get our reinforcements back, we've probably got roughly the same amount of distance with both armies to cover, so I'm just going to pull our armies up over here first, and we'll see what we can do. Artillery, they're just going to work down the walls and just focus on bringing down the city. Right. So we've got a lot of troops coming that way, but there's no back entrance to the castle, so hopefully our reinforcements are ready, and hopefully the French don't run. I'm going to try and avoid running myself because I don't want to exhaust my troops. I could potentially risk running my longbows in though, because I kind of would like to get them in earlier rather than later. So longbows, I know you're probably not going to appreciate the exercise, but I'm going to get them to run because I really do need those guys in fast, but I could be venturing down the line and falling here, but then again, I'm not going to get them involved in any melee combat of sorts. And knights, you just hold your position for now. We may have use for you. That being said, they can't take on the whole army on their own, but you know what? We'll try and do something with them. Spears, they all know where they're going. Luckily, the French don't have any of the towers switched on, and it looks like they have no interest in sallying forth at this moment in time. They are just trying to hold their position. But then again, some of the knights are coming over. If they come over, the dismounted English will be able to deal with it because they're pretty tough, so I think we'll keep them in check. And the walls are not lasting much longer either. We should be able to batter right through them. Spare artillery, by the way, you really could use making your way over. There's probably... the artillery's probably got a 0% chance of making an impact. I think we'll just use that for taking down the walls should we need any extra catapults dealing with the walls. Anyway, it's taken the French a while to get here, so that's playing into my advantage. You know, it's taken them so long. Longbows, let's potentially just slow you down because I don't want you to run all the way, if you get what I mean, just because it looks like time's on our side now and you're more or less where I need you to be. So if you set your line up here, we're gonna start getting a few volleys out to screen the enemy army, and then we're just gonna fight. We're gonna fight him on the outside. It looks like I can't tell if he's gonna sally out or he's not. He's thinking about it is what he's doing, but he's also getting that tower activated so he can start fighting back. But you know what? I think what he's going to do is he's going to pop his units to look after the breach I'm making, and then he might hold his position. If the cavalry wasn't there, I'd be more than comfortable in just sending in my dismounted English knights just to conquer the breach, but he's putting a general there, which is going to complicate the issue, so I think for now we'll just hold our position. I'm definitely going to divert a unit of spears, but just to keep their eye on the wall, just in case he does try to, you know, in case he tries anything, in case he gets any ideas. So we'll definitely do that. But for now, we've near enough got the walls ready to go down. Hopefully, one of these clumsy idiots will get crushed by some falling masonry. If we do that, then that's working greatly in my favour. And the French are now they're on their way, so they're getting ready to fight me. In fact, you know what? Maybe we could buy ourselves some time by moving our cavalry into an obvious flank. It might just distract their army and just hopefully, you know, just peel off 1 or 2 of their units. So then that just buys me more time just to get my formations ready. Alright, longbows, because the French are now making a determined effort to make their way over. You know where you're going. Just get yourselves there. Let's just get yourselves running in now, because we need you ready to go ideally, and then we'll just get the spears and all that. And you lot all here, but one of you is going to disband from the group, and you're gonna look after the wall artillery, because I don't trust that general. I think he's going to try something. I honestly think he is going to try something. But as it stands at 96%, that wall's screwed. We're done with the wall at least. So all we need to do now is just wait for the French just to come over. So I think really once this wall comes down, if the French Prince doesn't try anything, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fast forward to the point where we start getting some action going. That being said, I've got the cavalry just coming up here. He's got sergeants. Oh, there goes the wall.
My lord, we've breached our enemy's walls.
Alright, good breach. Enemy's been quite clever. They put their spears on the flank, so I don't really have a lot of choices for making my attack. However, my cavalry is now basically controlling the flank, so once an engagement occurs, my cavalry is going to be ready just to swoop in and just get some nasty hits. Looks like the enemy is pulling back, by the way, so that's working in my favour. You know, despite the English, see if you can pursue them, but I don't think it's going to happen. But you tell you what, just get yourselves in there and get ready just to hold out if anything does try to contest a breach. But I want you just to get in now and just start controlling the breach. Longbows are set to fire at will, by the way, so once the enemy's in range, we are going to get our first few shots out. Billman, if you just make a line behind our troops, by the way, they may be able to provide some initial infantry support as well. You know, because they're good for that. They're really just mediocre infantry at the end of the day, these Billmen, whereas the knightly infantry are the better ones. But you know what, these guys do fit the bill, if I was to be more of a joking mood today. I don't know why I'm being so serious today, I just am. Right, anyway, so we're just trying to hit those despite a few knights, so we are going to start hitting them soon. Archers are just basically waiting for the opportunity to strike. Those few knights, there's a lot of them. I think I'm going to encourage my archers to make them the main object of their wrath. Archers, they should be in your range by now, unless I'm being silly, but they are getting quite close to you. I'm pretty damn sure you could start hitting some of these lads now. Like, they're pretty fucking close. That way, some of them are starting to open fire now, so that's good. It's putting things just these guys. Yeah, these guys on the further end, they're just gonna need a few seconds. But right, lads, just start getting your shots out. Just shoot whatever you can now, please. I would preference the cavalry, but I think we're gonna have our opportunity to give them a bloody elbow in a minute. You know what, spears, get yourselves up front now, in case that cavalry really does want to try something, because I am very suspicious of its motivations. So get yourselves up there. I mean, like I said, you lot are probably going to be my greatest demand today. Right, let's do this. Right, 2 of you knights, peel off around the flank. You 2 knights as well, peel off around the flank. We're going to flank this enemy, and we're going to flank them hardcore. Knights, I want you to start coming round and just basically come to the back. I can already see a nice trail of dead bodies are collecting, by the way. Quite a few of them are knightly as well, so that's good. Bringing down quite a few of our armoured targets. We're probably just hitting whatever's in the middle, because the French are slowly losing organisation as they do marching. Right, I can keep the longbows where they are for a minute, because I have the spears working to my advantage. Right, despite feudal, sorry, you just get yourselves in there. By the way, we're controlling that breach. We are in full control of the area. Levy spears, I need you just to hold the front line for a few secs. Right, let's get you lot in there and start hitting those armoured sergeants as hard as you can, lads. Longbows, just take 5. Just take 5 for 2 secs. Right, we've got some knights they're just hovering around looking for trouble. Right, I'm going to get my knights to come in and do some flank work. You lot, just start moving in and also doing your flank work. I think the enemy's going to try and I know they're going to try and overload a flank. Right. You levy spears. I see some sergeant spears. They're trying to do sneaky and run away.
If we remain true and steadfast,
I think they're going to try and take the breach. Right, you lot, become breach defenders if you want, but I'm not letting those lads sneak through. Right, you just...
Good tidings.
Nice
the enemy
one.
general lies dead. Sent the base cur to hell.
Right. French line's already collapsing, and it's collapsing hard. So I've got the dismounted English knights trying to hold the flank. You lot as well. Can you just get in and just basically try and slow down whatever comes your way, because that's all the French are interested in now. They're interested in retreat, and they're interested in just trying to get them as many bodies into that plaza as we can. But we can try and just shut out as many as we can.
Only half the enemy force
very,
remains.
very promising position. That being said, I think that's the reason why they've sent some units back there. They're going to try and distract my English knights while we try to take control of flag, but the rest of them, they've just decided to fight to the death. Did that cavalry escape, or is it just... No, the cavalry's absolutely fucked at this point. 67 of them. No, wait, but they're dismounted. Sorry, where's the mounted lads? There's 8 of them left. Right, there were 80 of them when it started, and we've already wiped out 90% of their unit. Good going, lads. That is absolutely fucking perfect. Right. Spotted English, yeah, they know what they're doing. Just hold that against these lads, and you should be absolutely fine. We can just we're gonna come in round the flank any second, and we're just gonna give them a bit of a gut punch now. Levy spears, or nah, don't send levy spears. Call for a unit of dismounted English knights, please, or feudal knights if we want to be more accurate. Just get them in there and just give them a good hard wadging. Or then again, let's make it triple better. You know what? Send the mailed knights in. They're gonna do so much damage. They're just gonna come in and they're just gonna impact as hard as they can. That being said, yeah, they're just gonna basically shove now. They're just gonna shove their way in. You lads, just try and do what you can. Just try and kill as many as you can. Take as many as you can prisoner. Because they'll, well, I'd say they're for a juicy ransom, but I think the French are out when they'll have no much ransom with. A lot of them are gonna escape. That's all right. Artillery's gonna blow down the walls. No problem. Right, yeah, let them go. You're not going to be able to chase them. They're just running away. Right, you lot, just hit as hard as you can. There we go. Oh, right, they've just turned them first. So you know what, knights, let's get yourselves out of there. But since they've now got the English knights on the back, they're getting wary now. But yeah, mailed knights, if you could just get yourselves out of there. Hopefully one of you isn't the captain. Oh, there he goes. Right, sorry, the captain escaped. Good little charge. The enemy was just a little bit too aware for our liking. And right, send in the dismounted feudals. They can finish this one off, if I'm honest. They should have no problem doing so, because already, yeah, they're fighting, but it seems that it's not going to happen for them. But some of my English knights are having a harder time, but it's probably because these aren't really the most armoured peeps in the world, so maybe we're a bit... Maybe they're just not good enough, and maybe I'm just not making much of an impact with them, but it's alright. You know what, dismounted feudals, do you want to just running a little quicker, because it seems that I am losing ground with these dismounted English knights, which is a little bizarre and a little weird. But then again, I guess it's because they're a specialist anti-infantry, anti-armour stuff, but then again, you think they'd absolutely... Oh, well, the sergeants, of course. They're not armoured sergeants, so they're just pretending to wear armour.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Right, there we go. Right, dismounted feudals, you know what to do. Just go in, deliver the killing blow. We should be sorted. We're gonna let the rest of the enemy escape for now. I think what we'll do is we'll basically just blow these walls down, and we'll make our way in. There's not really any other option. Should be able to take Toulouse quite easy after that point. So this is pretty much our city now. So hope you enjoy any gigs. Yeah, we should be sorted. We should be sorted. How do we form them? Come on, mate. They've got some holding power, these lads. More holding power than I expected, but then again, they're wavering.
Behold,
my lads are wavering.
Cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Heavy infantry, try and chase down whatever you can, or just ignore that command, because you know, when you say that just means you can't be bothered.
Attack!
You're not going to catch them now, are you, idiots? Right, leave them for now. Right, artillery. Did that other artillery ever make it over, by the way? How far did you get? Oh, you made it. Well done. But I should be able to just do it with these two lads. Right, artillery, get yourselves up here. Just line yourselves up, and then we're just gonna get you demolishing more walls, basically. I might bring down that tower first. So you know what? Bring in your artillery and just give him that tower as a target. He can have fun just chewing it up. But that's all we need to do. We need to just bring down that wall, and then we're spoken for, really. I can use my dismounted feudals just to bring down the enemy infantry, whatever's left of it. and the levy spears should be more than capable, since our numbers are remaining very high. They should be more than capable of just ploughing down that enemy general, and then we're done. We're done, really. That's about it. Bish bash bosh, done and dusted. So we're just going to get all our units in. Since it's pretty much just going to be a phase of me just getting troops in positions and just battering down a couple of walls, nothing is really set to happen. So I think what I'll do is I'm just going to fast forward the footage at this point. So I'm going to see you when we advance to the next stage of the siege. I'm also just going to get my longbowmen ready here as well, because some enemies may inevitably try and run up to defend, so the longbowmen may as well just try and see whatever kills I can pick off the enemy, and then that's just going to make life much easier for me in the next phase, so the infantry isn't doing too much work. Either way, I'm just going to get that all set up and ready to go, so I'm just going to see you in a few seconds, my friends, so don't go anywhere.
Ancient Jericho, the walls fall before the righteous. Send our men through to slay our ungodly foe.
So, walls are open for us. One of the towers did come to life and is just trying to pick us off, while the enemy basically just cowardly hides behind the walls. So I'm just going to let our longbowmen just pick off whatever they can now that there is a breach. I don't know why they weren't doing it before. They are firing at will, so they've just been sat there being lazy bastards. But basically we're going to bring that tower down. It's not really earned too many kills. It's picked off one or two of our longbowmen, annoyingly. But to be honest, they're going to now just deliver more than they've ever taken. So, well, at least that's the plan at least. It isn't really the best, most favourable angle of attack. But most of our artillery is pretty much just spent at this point, but we are trying to take down the towers to the best of our ability. However, quite a few shots have missed, and it's just basically set fire to that entire part of the town. Probably because one of the, probably because this fella basically has no fucking good shots whatsoever, but that's because he's parked silly, but he just wants to stay there, and I know he's blown up that part of the house, just boosted that fire. I just know he's been sat there fucking up. We managed to bring that tower down to near half health, so I'm gonna bring this artillery just a little bit more forward, in fact, just so they can sort of make a bit of a better impact. I've kept my infantry away, so they shouldn't be taking any damage at least. But yeah, just gonna let me just about feudal knights now just feel the wrath of my arrows. We're doing what we can at the end of the day, and we should be able to hopefully get some more damage. And luckily this tower switched off, so that makes me feel a little bit easier about myself now. Not really too much of a difference, but at least now it isn't just randomly sniping out a few of my longbowmen, not threatening to set fire to all my artillery. The tower, I think, is probably going to make it through this episode today, because yeah, I'm running out of artillery ammo. But it might not. We'll just have to see how it goes. I mean, yeah, see, when shots like that just completely miss, and that's when it's just going to live. But we have a funny little tower anyway, and it's decided just to switch back on as well. Alright, artillery is make it or break it. So break, you know, make that tower destroyed, or it's going to break you at the end of the day. And I don't know if that one took any damage from that shot, but even if we grazed it, we fucking hit it, and we hit it bloody hard. There we go, that was a good shot. Right. How are we doing over here? We're seeing a few more dead bodies. Yeah, a couple of them are starting to go down. Well, it's not the easiest angle of fire for us to go through, because they are basically using the walls as cover, which, you know, I'm not going to deny them that. That's, you know, using basic fucking thinking skills. So, yeah, I'm just going to let them do that. So I'm not going to get the most kills in the world, but I'm probably just going to get enough just to make the unit a little softer and a little easier for my infantry just to chew up at the end of the day. To be honest, my infantry shouldn't really have any issues whatsoever bringing down these lads, but the easier I make life for my infantry, the less retraining I have to do, and the more troops I'm basically going to get sent to the Middle East quicker to defeat the Mongol menace. That is my thinking, at least. We've brought this tower down to 92% now. Brilliant. Right, we could do a little bit more. Come on. 100% is the golden figure that I want it bringing down to. You know, if you're capable of doing that, please, just when I know that. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, that building's getting fucking fucked at this point. Right, come on, lads. I know at least two of you were able to fire. There we go, 96. Right, one more good shot's going to bring that fella down for good. That unit of armoured sergeants didn't do too well as well, so that's happier days for me. Just a nice little spittering and spattering of raindrops or arrow drops, or basically it's just lethal rain at the minute for these lads. You know what? I like lethal rain. Oh my god! Come on! That was pure disappointment what I just saw there. By the way, are you firing, or are you just like, you know, just sitting there, you know, just taking a rain check on everything? Because, you know, if you get burned down, you only have yourself to blame. Up, tower's fucked now. Right, well done. You took too long. Use whatever ammo you have left just to attack that tower, because, you know what, just may as well use all your fucking ammo. They've got no chance of hitting any of these infantry, so it's not even worth wasting our time. Right, anyway, longbowmen are just expending every last arrow they have. We may as well do so. May as well just get all the arrows out there and just take down whatever infantry we can. There's still the general over there, but to be honest, I'm probably not going to get too many longbow kills with him against him, really, because there's all this fucking scenery here. So, my god, that was a bad shot. You're supposed to hit that tower and you somehow miss it completely. What a bloody idiot, right? Either way, I think it's just going to be wise about if we just let... you know what? That's compromise. Right, you two... Alright, these lads are actually out of ammo. So, right, you two, I'm going to have you regroup, and I want you to... Why are you not firing at will? That's a bit weird. Yeah, I'm going to have these two hold their fire. I'm going to use them a little later on, actually, because I may as well try and see if I can get some bonus kills once we breach. English Knights, where are you at, by the way? You're a nice punchy unit. I want you to get ready to make your way in and deliver some of the final killing blows. I'm just letting these lads just wrap up the last of their ammo. Where are you guys, Mr. Spybo? You probably got the best chance of trying to smack down those armoured sergeants, so may as well just see what you can do against them. Especially since they seem to have a bit of a harder time dying than these dismounted feudal knights. So those guys get absolutely crapped out, but it seems like the French spears are really trying their best to hold out against me, which, you know, is admirable in itself, I guess. Right, we're out of artillery ammo entirely, by the way, so we've now got no more artillery left to shoot at the enemy. But yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to get our infantry in first, let the knights just shoot whatever's left here, get the spears in, form a wall at this archway here, get the longbows in, let them just take their final few pot shots against the remaining garrison, and then we should be sorted. So these two longbows, they're not doing too well in terms of stamina. I'm going to let them exit the city for now. We're not going to exit the battlefield entirely in case I somehow need them. Hopefully that isn't the case, but for now, let's just get them out of the way and just let them just go and recuperate somewhere safe. But they've done a good job so far, and I appreciate that. Artillery as well, you may as well clear out. You're done for the day, so let's just get you out there, and you can just await further orders should they come your way. English Knights, where we at? They're on their way. Let's just get you over a little faster, please, just because, you know, the sooner the better at the end of the day, really. So basically, I'm going to get them in there. I know they're a small unit, basically like my commando unit, but basically going to get them in there. Let them do first few punchy shots, or at least, you know, hold your position there, because it turns out that my... Oh, yeah, now get away from the fucking tower which is switched on. It turns out my lads weren't there, because that is just piss poor planning on my part there. Alright, you know what, because the tower's just going to sit around and just fuck you all day. Let's get you in there now, because, yeah, I have to admit, I'm getting a bit of a downer on English Knights. They don't seem to get as many kills as I'd like them to. They've got lethal weapons, but these guys, I've never seen them hanging around for as long as they should do. Either way, I want you lot just to start mulching down there, whatever's left of their dismounted feudals. You should be great against them. Rest of you knights, I need you coming in here and basically just killing anything that gets in the way. But either way, you lot, just get in there, just clash with them, and I'm sure you'll do absolutely fine. But as you can see, the French are already coming in just to send whatever they can just to surround me now, because they're bastards. Right. How are you lot doing? Oh, wait, sorry. I'd say they're sending everything in just to bastard me up, but it turns out that as soon as they got near me, they actually all decided that they couldn't be bothered. Good. A mass rout broke out for no fucking reason, by the way. Like, I think they're really fucking low on morale today. Like, yeah, they just... I think they just know that English victory is now more of an inevitability, but something's coming this way, and it's... Yeah, it's cavalry. Right. Lads. Slow this one down. Archers, there's a risk of friendly fire, but get in there and snipe that prince. English Knights, I don't want to leave them to their doom, really, so right. Get the levies in position, please, and get those English Knights out of there, because they're not going to last 5 minutes here. You lot just get there and await further orders, but get the dismounted out of there. They're not going to last against cavalry. They just don't do cavalry, those lads. Get them out there. Archers, just you know, there we go. First few shots going out. You know, the man who shoots that prince in the face shall receive a cash prize of fuckloads of florins. We haven't discovered the exact figure yet, but yeah, we've lured him out of the city at least. And I've got this spears. Chop, chop, please. I think we're going to need you because we have got a lot of pissed off enemies incoming. But nah, wait, I think he's going to turn around, or maybe he's not. Maybe he's going to stay out and fight. Let him make his own mind up. I don't want to make it up for him just yet. Especially since I could just sit here and just freely pick off all his troops with my archer fire, which is, yeah, it's not doing him a lot of good. He's a bit vulnerable right now, and he seems to be just losing a few numbers just through my archers. So, you know what, just let it continue, because, yep, he's not doing well here. And now that I've got just loads of spears incoming, you know, first unit of spears, just get in there, bring him down now, and then the French, you know, I know they're already low on morale, but this will just absolutely nick Snadanova their morale into the ground, and we'll never be hearing from this army again. That's the case, that's the hope at least. Alright, archers, ceasefire. Let the infantry take over now. We've done an absolutely excellent job in bringing those guys down. You brought a fair few of them down. Let the spears just get in there and just finish the job now. That being said, he's probably going to try and escape. I don't really have too many options for cutting his escape off. But I've thrown enough units at him just to bring him down, and his morale already isn't doing good.
The battle is very much in our favour.
The general himself is vulnerable, and he's the one I want dead. The rest of his bodyguards going to have to come down to bring him down. Oh, there he goes.
The enemy general lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
I try and outline my entire strategy, and the fucker just goes and selfishly dies anywhere, and thus completes my strategy. Right, I don't know what the enemy's up to now, but they're trying to put more units on the wall. I think they're doing this just to try and snipe me. Longbows, if you can, start exchanging fire. You lot, you're just going to sit there and get sniped. Let's try and pull our army away from the towers, which are able to attack us, basically. Levy spears, good job, good job, good job, good job. I want you two to continue forward. I'm sending in the rest of the knights to support you now. Dismounted English knights, you lot just go over there and, I don't know, just pick a street to hold and pretend it's your, like, block or something, but you're done for today. You've done enough. You've done some good work, but at the same time you've done some pretty shitty work. But then again, they got pounced upon by the cavalry. I wasn't really expecting him just to come immediately forward, but that was his decision, and we'll allow it to stand. But for now, I'm just going to focus on just crippling whatever's left of France. By the way, spears, when I say chase down the general, I mean do it in an organised manner rather than just running around backwards and forwards like a bunch of fucking headless chickens. Right, looks like the enemy is preparing to send a second wind against us. So we're going to try and group up. We're going to try and hold the street because they're sending some sergeant spears against us. Lads, you should be able to just fucking smack them down. You've got the better equipment. You've got the better armour. I would expect nothing less than victory out of you lads. And I don't think I really have too many other units to send in at this moment in time. Looks like the enemy's making a run for it, by the way. They're trying to send some units back to kill me. So keep a unit of dismounted feudals behind because we need those guys to be intercepted and brought down. Longbows, they're just about out of ammo, so you know what, you lot just call it a day for now, unless I need some use of your last few shafts. I think you've done a pretty fantastic job today, so I think we can just call it a day with you lot. Alright, levy spears, yep, they're holding the line at the minute. Looks like the French are at the point now where they're just going to retreat whenever they get near me. It's pretty much just all armoured sergeants, so I suspect feudal knights should be more than capable of dealing with this, but our levy spears will also be quite useful in just disbanding whatever's left of the
Only
enemy
half
cavalry.
the enemy force remains.
Now, I'm pretty damn sure I've killed more than half of them, but I'm guessing you're talking about the crap army that the prince himself brought rather than the other army, because that one got crapped out ages ago. In fact, 80%
Our
of the
men are winning the
enemy
battle.
is dead.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
I think the enemy are already smashed, but yeah, we can pretend that is so. Alright, heavy infantry, you're doing a good job. Yeah, it's pretty much even way at the minute, but I think you lads should just be able to cinch it. I am pretty sure that you have slightly better crafted swords, so, you know. Use the swords, Luke. Right, how are we doing here? Good, we're doing good here. Right, levy spears. Advance forward, please. These are the wrong levy spears, but they're the levy spears I have. Right, you levy spears, advance forward. Other levy spears, you can do slightly less advancing forward, please. Your reserves for now, your reserves. Just hold your position for now. And good job on routing out those last lads. And I think you just took, yep, you took out the entire unit. Brilliant. Right, feudals, just get yourselves down here, please. Just down to the old French killing spot, please. Because you've got a lot of French to kill. Simple as that. Save each one you kill, by the way, lads. These French people are going extinct, thanks to me. But you know what? It's nice. It's nice just to get rid of an annoying enemy. In fact, they're so panicked they've just got this guy running around in circles. So I think he's fucking clueless on what's about to happen. I think he's just realised he's completely and totally screwed. So that's his little panic attack there. While the others are trying to pretend to be confident, you know, they're like, oh yeah, I've got my sword, you know, I fucking got this one, I'm going to slay him. To be honest, I think instead they are properly shitting themselves, but trying to maintain composure of some sort, whereas this guy just never attended any class whatsoever to do with how to maintain one's composure. Right. How organised are we looking? Quite organised, very organised in fact. Looks like the enemy cavalry is trying to put themselves to the back of a formation, so Spears, I want you to start peeling around, and you know what, let's just rudely take over the doorstep of the castle. Let's get some of you heavy infantry just marching in now, just get some of you just coming in now. Basically, get rid of the peasant who loves going around in circles and start hacking away at their infantry, and that should be enough of a distraction for the cavalry just to try and think, oh yeah, I'll get stuck in, and then you know what, we're gonna get plenty of spears stuck into him in retribution. Right, you lot as well, just start pushing into another unit. Basically, just take one unit at a time, and we'll just basically cripple the French that way. We're just gonna, we don't need to push them into a rout oblivion now. It's just now, we just now need to purely kill them all.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Alright, Spears, just speed it up, because he's clearly just wanting to give you the opportunity to kill him. So let's just take it to its fullest extent. Have I got him all? Levy Spears? Yeah. Levy Spears, just get in there and just give some assistance as well. And any other dismounted feudal knights who are not helping right now, if you could just maybe just kindly push this unit down, just to prevent them interfering with my cavalry killing operations, we should be done.
Our men are in command of the castle.
Good. It's a nice castle.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Yes, Laura, and we're not going to get to see this sight much more, so let's just get rid of whatever's left of the French, and then we can call it a day. Because, yeah, there we go. There goes another one. Go on, get rid of that lad. Nice one. Alright, bring down whatever's left of their spears, because, let's face it, this basically was the French's last glorious stand. That is unless that other fella decides that he wants to make a move, Christoffel, but he's just not moving. He's just given up would be the best way to make it. So I'm guessing Christoffel will now be made prince, which is a shame, but yeah. The most useless prince in the world. And again, the French are just fucking useless. They didn't really bring their A game this campaign. The only reason why they didn't die faster was because the Pope kept getting in my way. Anyway, we're just going to let the last of them just get absolutely murdered now. As you can see, yeah, pretty much just killing them all. Pretty much none of my men are dying, and these are the last two fellas left. He's just gone down. Right, come on, who's getting a killing blow on this lad? Oh, there he goes. Right in the back.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor. Good
job, men. Very good job. Brought the enemy down quite efficiently. So efficient, in fact, we lost only 217 men. But they're the results I like to see. And what I also like to see is the complete and total slaughter of the enemy. Longbowmen getting a rank up, as did some of our dismounted feudal knights. Who got the most kills? 88, 99 from one of the dismounted feudal knights. Yeah, you win. Well done. It was the unit that got promoted, so well done you. It's probably this fella here, the 109 unit. So, good job, lads. Pretty much exactly what I want to see in a battle. Efficient killing of French people. I'm not real life prejudiced against France, by the way. Give him a ransom just because I like money and I want the French to have a better final battle.
France has the Florins, sire.
You don't have a Florins, though, do you? Told you. Alright. Move into your new town. And the enemy army has routed, by the way.
The day is ours, sire.
Good.
This is English soil now.
Make it an occupation. Good. Right, Toulouse belongs to me now. It's losing population annoyingly, so start working on some irrigation immediately. We've got a lot of retraining to do as well as some repairs, so you know what? Do the repairs first, and then, yeah, I know it's queuing, but you know what, just get the irrigation done right after. Recruitment options, by the way, we've seen better. Plenty of knights, dismounted feudals, billmen. peasant archers, longbowmen, yeah. It needs work, but we seem to already have access to the correct buildings that we need. We could build a barracks for some armoured swordsmen. We could build an archery range for yeoman archers. It's actually due its upgrade to a citadel as well, so we should definitely do that when we are able to do so. Actually, you know what? Just do it now. Fuck it. We've got the money. Do it. But we need to do the repair first. So do the repair, and then fucking upgrade it. Or do we need... No, I think we need to upgrade... Yeah, you know, upgrade it first. Well, repair it first in case this fella gets ideas, actually. Because if he does come sniffing around, we need to be ready to deal with him. Right, anyway, we'll just do some quick unit merges just to get shit sorted again. Let the experienced merge with the experienced. Let the unexperienced merge with the experienced, or you two merge as well. Any other merges we can do? Yeah, just merge up some of the spears just to try and keep their numbers up as close as we can to 150 per unit. Merge some of the artillery, and yeah, we've pretty much done all we can now. I mean, we've already lowered our retraining costs there, so we'll retrain whatever we can, and then yeah, we'll hold on to Toulouse to the best of our ability, and we're gonna just do everything we can just to make that a successful city. Make sure we're hitting on the growth build policy, so we can just try and stem off the bleeding population there. Right, brill. So we're gonna do Marseille next turn, which is pretty much gonna be the end of France there and then. I've got the fucking worst crusader in the world on my doorstep, Marcin Orlicki. Wasn't there another one? Oh, did he just fuck off? I can't remember. This is what happens when you leave a week between recording sessions, but I just didn't have time to do some last week. I was going to do Curse of Vampire Coast, but I honestly just didn't like playing it, so kind of just binned the video I made. I also didn't have I lost every battle, but yeah, I think I need to put more time in on Warhammer, get used to its mechanics, because they're very different from Medieval 2s, but yeah. Right, Marcin Orlicki, what do we have?
It will be glorious.
No, I don't want to face you. What we're bringing, by the way, two units of town militia, a catapult, a spear militia, Balkan archers, they're a pain in the ass, Slav mercs, they're just, yeah, I think they're javelins, or, no, they're spears, they're just pretty shite spears. Polish nobles, pain in the ass, 4 units of merc spears, and then 2 units of merc crossbows. Yeah, I definitely need some cavalry in this army. Don't really have a lot to chuck at here. I could get some additional spear militia just to hold my ground. But that being said, we are working on blacksmith. Tell you what, send for some extra troops. Well, you can't do anything, but you know what, just send for a couple of extra troops. Send for some yeomans to bring down their archers. Bring some extra, just bring some extra chunky infantry and bring some extra cavalry. Just come in and assist with Breslau. They'll be there within 2 turns. I know there's another Polish army sat there looking at me with hungry eyes, but I think Captain Thomas knows better than to interfere with my plans. We need to definitely upgrade our Krappenstetten as well, which we are already doing. Are we able to build a better barracks? You know, yeah, we can build a better barracks somewhere. We'll hold our other units down. No, you know what? Send him to Hamburg for retraining, because he isn't going to do much good days, just wasting away. Same goes with the splattered English dude. Just get him merged in, and they can just make their merry way to Hamburg for retraining. Good, right. Those lot are happy. I'm going to deal with Marcin next turn. Maybe he'll turn around. Maybe he'll see the better ways. But I want Captain John just to assist on this one.
Sire.
Captain Nigel, you're headed for Nuremberg just to reinforce the town. We do have Imperials just kind of creeping around, being a bit pesky right now. I could really use getting a spy into Imperial territory. Actually, so we're going to recruit a new one in Nuremberg and let him just do some useful crap for us. By the way, Assassin, I'm going to have you just do something just to keep you trained up. Bring down the French priest. You've got a 53% chance of doing it properly, so...
It's a particularly good day to die.
It's always a good day to die. Just do it properly, please. I'm going to pass a law that bans snakes from being used for anything because they're crap and they're unreliable little shits. Just because they're, yeah, I'm not having that shit happen all the time.
Where to, sire?
Philip Pole, by the way, I want you to head for Imperial territory and infiltrate it. Find out what you can tell me about... This is Bologna or something. Find out what you can tell me about it. I know I've got a few rebels to start putting down in these areas as well, by the way. We will definitely try and have a look at that, but it might not be this turn we do it. How are we getting along with dealing with Captain Morris, by the way? Have I got enough troops? Yeah, I've got enough troops to deal with Captain Morris, so we're going to deal with Captain Morris, right? King Arthur. King Arthur, you are the king, aren't you? How about we make you do something kingy for once and bring down Captain Morris?
Gone. You are not my liege.
You are not my liege. Right, I know he's got a tough unit in that he's got some English knights, but you know what? I think I'd say the merchant cavalry militia could bring him down, but the merchant cavalry militia just buy the armour and don't really do the whole training for battle thing. But they'll have their uses, and to be honest, I think the king could bring them down. So he's going to do it, and you know what, Humphrey? You're going to come along and be useful. But yeah, I'm not sitting around and just letting this fuck sit around for much longer. So you know what, go about, bring down Captain Morris.
Never been born, sire.
Yes, I know, King Arthur. I think he's got a lot of pent-up anger because he doesn't get to go on battles as much as the other kings I've had so far. We'll also deal with Captain Francis in a minute because he's also sitting around being a little bit of a pain. And oh, is he going to run away?
Such is the fate of all who oppose us.
What, their fate is to move slightly backwards away from us? No, their fate is death, please.
Slaughter them, my lord.
Okay, so we should have a pretty good chance of victory here. It's a 10-to-3 strength ratio, and Captain Morris is, well, very slightly outnumbered. Just to reiterate, his army is made up of spear militia, armoured swordsmen, peasants, archer militia, 2 units of spear militia, and a unit of English knights. He's got 2 powerful units, but the rest are quite foddery and weak, so our peasant archers should be able to bring down their fodder units, and our heavier troops should be able to clash with them. That being said, his quality of troops are better than my equivalents. However, I have numbers on my side, and I'm bringing 2 generals.
There'll be no escaping us now! Attack!
Yeah, there better not be any escaping. I want these guys put down first time around. I don't want more rebels just springing up in fucking England because it's annoying.
The time for battle has come. But it is not my way to send men into needless peril or throw lives away. Be assured, I will not ask any more of you than I would ask of myself. I ask only that you fight with honor and do not turn your back to the foe. Together then, we will have victory, for such is to my taste and my custom in battle. These rebellious knaves and villains are not fit to breathe the same air as we honest Englishmen. They must all die before dawn comes again. This is a mercy, because they richly deserve the gallows for turning against their betters. And remember, my enemies know that I am a brave man by repute, and I do not willingly keep company with poltroons. You are all picked, brave men here, and the enemy know this. Your bravery already unmans them. Let's do the rest and finish them!
I guess that you could, as King Arthur, don't make you jerks, could claim that you have handpicked the bravest men of England, but let's face it, these are all fresh-faced recruits, ready for their first ever day of battle. Right, it's a weird, hilly, mountainy place, which I think does not exist in England, but it's full of fucking forest, which is going to make my life really bloody fun today. Archers, front line, fire arrows, because you're fighting a lot of armoured targets, so... And I also want to try and play scare tactics. Despite feudal knights, you're the main line of infantry. Merchant cav militia, you're going to act independently. Now, you may just probably at the end of the day be more of my flanking unit. This is merchant cav militia, by the way. They say they buy the finest armour available. In fact, they are fucking basically, at best, somewhere in between mailed knights and feudal knights. They're probably somewhere in the middle. You know, they've got the armour, they've got the swords. They just don't have the training, however, so I'm not going to really be all that surprised when they inevitably rout. Arthur, you are with Blondie. I can't remember his name. You two just match together. The king naturally has the bigger bodyguard. The Randa has the smaller bodyguard. Spears, you're going to tag along in the rear, and you are going to just try and find and kill whatever cavalry you can. Now, yeah, these guys are probably going to lose to English Knights pretty easily, but they're going to be helpful. Their counter cavalry still counts for something, so you know. Either way, we'll just have to march forward. We are basically marching into a blind forest, however, unless actually the entire enemy just gives away their position anyway, because they're just so gosh darn polite. Alright, lads, start making your way forward, please. Well, it would be brilliant if I actually looked in the right direction. We're all here, actually, because they're all coming towards me. Lads, hold your position. I think the enemy may just be coming to see us. Right. Reposition yourselves as quick as you can, lads, and, you know, let's just get a show on the road. Spears, I want you just to watch this flank, please. Other cavalry should be able to just basically hold their position. Alright, archers, quick as you can, please, because we've already got archers that can be smashed out already. You know what, start hitting their archer militia now if you can, please. But I'm going to try and individually neaten your flanks now. So, go on, lads, just get in there nice and neat. By the way, you lot, I wouldn't recommend taking ages getting into position, because the enemy is pretty much on top of us already. It's a bit strange that they're bringing their archer militia in first, but let them do so. Who is this Captain Morris, by the way, to so willingly rebel against me, and why are these archers so fucking retarded in that they probably don't have a range of more than 3 feet, but they had to basically run up to my army, and then now they're just basically paying the price of doing that silliness. Oh well, they've just learned why they shouldn't do that. They've just all been burned. There's the armored swords. Archers, concentrate fire on those armored swords. I need them gone, really, because I don't really have anything that's... Actually, no, I have good stuff for smashing infantry. Focus your fire on the English Knights. Your inaccuracies in your fire should be able to wipe out everything else anyway. As well as probably one slightly stern look from my dismounted feudal knights will probably scare off their spear militias anyway. So... I really should make the focus on bringing down their English Knights, which we haven't seen, by the way, because I haven't been able to recruit the bastards yet. But as you can tell, these guys look like they fucking know what they're doing. I mean, basically my dismounted fellas on horses. That's the difference between mounted and dismounted, folks. Right, lads, spears are just going to run in. We're going in for the full charge. I'd recommend you pull your line back now and try and get into a slightly more, arguably better position. We've got some peasants already trying to charge in. They're quite shaken, however, so it's probably not going to work for them. Like, a lot of their units already seem to be losing morale. Merchant Cav Militia, you start slooping around the flanks. To be honest, you can probably just crack into those armoured swordsmen and start hitting them. Generals, I need you to come round and basically just start delivering some nastiness against the lovely enemy cavalry. But it looks like my merchant cav militia got the attention of something else. And they got the attention of those guys. Alright, lads, you've got a spear unit trying to clip into you, so I'd recommend you pull out, and also it seems you've pissed off the armoured swordsman. Right, general. Yeah, right, spears. Where are my spears? Spears. Here, fighting something else. Right, looks like the enemy's already pretty much in a mass retreat, so I want all units now just to try and focus their fire on bringing down whatever's left. I'm going to have a merchant cav militia just make their effort, just chasing down whatever's left of the enemy. Right, got the spear militia fighting against the English knights, that's good. Oh, look at you knights, you really shouldn't have rebelled against me and tried to form your own independent kingdom or some stupid shit like that. Archers, hold fire, it's a friendly fire scenario now, please don't make any more shots. Merchant cavalry militia, you're getting a little tangled up there, try and get yourselves pulled away. Try and trace down something that's far away so you're not getting yourselves unnecessarily killed, please. There you go, right. They know what they're doing now. Right, General, how are we doing over here? Are we bringing down whatever's left of the English Knights? Come on. Arthur, are you helping or... No, Arthur's just sat around just watching the birds and bees at best. Knights, I need you to keep moving in. Just try and push their infantry back, please.
The enemy are
let our
badly
cavalry
bloodied.
finish their cavalry
They've
now.
lost half their men. The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Good, he didn't have enough constitution to stay. Funny enough, these guys seem to use axes as their primary weapons rather than swords. That's quite curious. I wonder if that's just because they're rebels or maybe ours will. We'll have to have a look at the stats of our own English knights once we have a chance to have a play with them. I should have looked at their stats really when we were in the battle setup screen, but you know what, I want to try and think about how I'm going to use them rather than how I'm supposed to kill the fuckers, because they all should be loyal to me anyway, but you know, those knights be disloyal sometimes. All cavalry, just pull away please. There's a lot of spears there, and you seem to have this fascination with trying to get yourselves killed by them, when you really fucking should know better. But you know, if you want to get yourself stupidly killed, then that's your prerogative, but I'm going to try and prevent it because I just don't want you getting foolishly killed for no good reason. So yeah, just run away for now, because any unit that tries to run after you anyway is just getting needlessly tired. Right, merchant cavalry militia, they're broken, so you can have fun with a broken unit if you want. You lot, they aren't broken just yet, so you know what, just make it a lump in now. Just lump on those armoured swords. I'm sure you'll bring them down with enough force, because yeah, they're broken. Their generals abandoned
Behold
them.
how our cowardly foe runs.
Right.
It's time to press the attack.
Cavalry, it's time for the big old chase down. As you can see, the merchant cavalry militia have gained some experience in this battle as well, by the way. So that's already a positive step forward. I wanted them to get some more experience, because that's going to balance out their lack of training. So the more experience they get, the more likely they're going to get used to battle and basically just become a more organised unit, and basically eventually just be an additional set of feudal knights for me to have at my disposal, which is really what I really want. So I've got the rest of my lads there just all coming in now. Arthur just doesn't give a shit really. But again, it's probably because I've given so little shits about King Arthur that he isn't going to help me because I don't help him. I kind of just left him to do his thing, and well, you know what? He shouldn't have been born in England or something. Everyone knows that the King of England now just fucking operates on the front lines now, which is in France and Middle East and Poland, because that's our borders now. We're big now. Deal with it. Right. Have we killed all these lads off? Yeah, we've nearly got them all down. Come on. Make it a nice quick finish off now. Come on. Alright, good one. And how are we doing over here? You finally getting your ass in gear, Arthur? Because it would be lovely if you actually did get your ass in gear, because you barely ever fucking do. You lot just keep chasing down by the way. Actually, we gave Arthur his first fucking experience bar in this battle. Well done. He's a king that's actually starting to get on, and he's
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Yeah, pretty much the best result you could get. 65 losses, wiped out nearly 1,000 dudes. Done.
Victory!
Alright, good job, Arthur. And you know what? Because there's no point in you being in York anymore, because we've got someone else looking after the town now, and you're 35, so you're actually not that old. You know what? I'm gonna give you a little treat. You're gonna get to start moving around the campaign map. Head to Nottingham to retrain and replenish, and pick up some extra billmen. Admiral Nicholas, you're on your way to deal with some annoyances. So do I have enough to buy a new boat for him? No, I don't. 500 florins. Is there going to be any more siege in this turn? I don't think there is, because we only have Marseille under siege, and that's not going to happen until next turn. Right, I need to make a saving somewhere. Oh yeah, Canman Glies on my fucking case right now. I have 2 slots left in Gaza, by the way, for more troops. Could we pop in get these archers merged up and then pop them in? And pop in the longbows as well, please.
Sire. Yes, sire.
There we go. Captain Hubert, I have a plan for you. You are going to go here.
By
We
your
are going to set up a fort.
March
Now,
to
I don't...
exhaustion, sire.
The issue with
Continuing later.
fucking geography around here is I don't have any nice... by the way,
Hail my
Jasper,
king.
you'll need to link up with him to do this. What's annoying is I don't have any nice choke points here that I can use for forts. Like when you know, going back to the Carthage campaign once more, when we were here, choke point, fucking choke points everywhere that we could basically exploit to keep the Romans at bay. Not as many choke points here, but maybe if we just set up a couple, you know, 1 or 2 forts around here, give them an average garrison. This time I don't think I'm going to take the piss and just give them a 1-unit garrison and just hope for the best. Because there's so many fucking Mongols, they're just going to start seeping around. So if we try and hold them off for as long as possible, maybe life will be kinder to us. But yeah, we're just going to do what we can, just try and get some more troops just hovering around. I'm glad that Kyra's providing better armour now, but yeah, I need to make a saving somewhere. You know what? Just get rid of that priest. We don't need him just yet. We'll get... I don't know why I was recruiting a priest in the first place, but that's because I'm ignorant of my own plans. Just because I want a new... I need a new boat set up in here, please. Get a cog that can just quickly ferry us down to the continent, please. Anyway, I think that's a nice place where we're going to call it an episode for today.
Hail, my king!
Arthur Biveway, yeah, you're 2 turns away
I'm
from
afraid
getting on
not,
your
my
boat.
liege.
Yes,
my liege.
Well, he's going to get on his boat next turn, in fact. But yeah, that's where we're going to call it an episode. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, my friends. What did we achieve? Well, we got hold of Toulouse. Brilliant. The French are down to our last city. We're going to take it on the next turn. There may be 1 or 2 other things that we quickly need to wrap up this turn, so we're going to have a look at those on the next episode. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'm going to see you on the next episode, where we're going to finish this turn off, and then we're going to finish the French off with the conquest of Marseille. Unless Prince Christoffel gets off his bum and does something. But that isn't very likely now, is it, my friends? Goodbye.